for me?
Oh, let's see what is missing.
You guys are good to go, by the way. There's no lights.
You're fine.
Okay.
You're good.
You can call the meeting to order.
I'm just trying to send this to Mandy.
Try Amanda. Amanda.George.
Shoot.
Ah, there we go. Okay, hopefully that gets.
Good, you're small.
Here, I can, I'll screenshot you something too, just to text it.
Okay, I just thought.
Okay, then
Then this one.
The one from Jody, yes.
yep,
Yeah.
then I won't bother. I'm
Okay.
just gonna, apparently everything here is, okay.
Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. The library board meeting for January 13th, 2022. Do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll second.
Okay, everyone who would like to approve that, say aye.
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 Opposed, same vote. Okay, so that passes, the consent agenda. So we'll go to the regular agenda. The first item is the new board member application process. There was a memo attached to our agenda to discuss how the next board members would be selected, and I thought there was a very nice timeline presented on the memo. Are we just going to discuss it as board? Okay.
Is this a little different from typical?
Yes. In my experience, yes. I thought the timeline was very nice to see a timeline. It gave a lot more time for each step. In the past, in my experience, each part, there was really no timeline and it was very condensed.
I haven't seen one before.
Yeah, right.
That's a good feature.
Yeah, I'm looking through it right now. It all looks fine to me.
Yeah, I don't think I had any comments. I believe it was something that I had discussed with somebody in the past, and it seemed as if it was in line with that.
Yeah, I really appreciated seeing it all laid out like this, and each step seemed very appropriate, and I really liked the amount of time attached to each step, so I really appreciated it.
So, and we have two positions coming up in,
For this cycle.
yep, for this cycle. So we would be posting it would be posted February 1st. Does this, I'm trying to read it quick, does this address, I have it on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Well, this is logging in. I think it's very good. I don't think it addresses, like, because board members can have two cycles. I can't think of the proper term, and I don't know.
terms, I
Two
suppose,
terms,
yep.
yes. And I don't think that's addressed in here, and maybe it doesn't have to because it's a timeline. But I do think that I would like to see something, I don't know how to change it at this point, where it acknowledges that current terms that may want to renew need to follow the same process.
Okay,
Because this makes it sound like it's all brand-new people.
sure, so current board members need to adhere to the same process
Yep.
if they're reapplying, okay?
So, and there's no action requested on this, so maybe it can just be noted.
Something else that might be useful that I've seen on other boards is they list the members and then when their terms are.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that is listed, we had that board orientation, so there's documentation of that
Okay.
somewhere, just not
Somewhere.
attached to this.
Okay.
But I think that overall, this is a really good draft of what's a good plan for the library to follow.
Agreed.
So thank you to, collectively, to the whole group that put this together. It's appreciated. Okay, there's any further discussion on that? Okay, there's no action requested on that memo, so we'll go to the next agenda item, which is the budget planning process. So this was a memo submitted that describes the timing, the group that worked on the budget process last year, and also, again, the timeline for how that budget team worked together and each step in that timeline. There is an action needed, so as we discuss this, maybe we can think about what sort of motion we would like to make on it.
Is there any required?
Are we trying to, so this is to start,
To appoint a person,
yep, we want to appoint people
Okay.
to this board. And Mandy and I were a part of it last year. And I think the goal is to keep our commission representative involved. Mandy, are you still?
That's all right, yeah.
Okay. I was appointed as president, but when we discussed that, I'm no longer president, and we discussed that that doesn't have to be the case. I am happy to do it again. I will say it was a very educational experience. I really enjoyed it. I learned a lot about the city. But if somebody else wants to get it, I think volunteer for this, I think it's really good to broaden everybody's horizons and have as many people involved as possible. I went skiing today and I'm very tired.
So I am actually relieved that you would be willing to do it again, Alana, because of the status of our director position. I think having continuity on this committee, that kind of continuity on this committee would be really helpful at this time. That's my opinion. And I also realize that there is benefit in having other board members learn this process, but I think that our other board members are new and they might also have the ability to gain that knowledge in the future. So I think the continuity would be very beneficial at this year, especially.
It does go through June, which is when my term expires. I'm undecided right now if I'm going to renew it, so I just want to be clear. So maybe if
But
Tony desperately wants to get involved for continuity in the future, I don't want to step on your toes. If you want to flip a coin for it, Tony, we sure can.
No, I think proceed and we'll
Okay.
work it out.
So I will make a motion to appoint Mandy and Alana to the Finance Committee.
Second?
Okay, and everyone who would support that motion, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone who opposes, same vote? Okay, we'll have Mandy and Alana represent the board on the Budget Committee. Thank you. It's very important. Okay, the next agenda item is a director's report.
All right, hi. We put together just some updates on the library, some things happening right now. So some staff news. Dustin Mohagan started this week. He's our new cataloging specialist. So he took over for Mary, who retired in November. So works on the tech services team, cataloging the items and materials to put them out on the shelf and into the community. And then on Monday, we have our staff training day. It's an all-day event. All staff are invited. We'll have trainings on kind of various safety topics, some departmental trainings, and then some team building activities as well. We have a new collection that we're excited about. It's called Vox Books. They're an audiobook collection for kids. So they're a little bit different in that they're an all-in-one format. So the player is built into the book. So there's a little, if you see on the left of that picture there's kind of a little black box that's built into the cover of the books. And there's a little speaker so they can play it right from there, or they can plug in headphones. So it's a nice option for those kids learning to read. When you're traveling, or someone who just likes to listen to the stories as well. So we're pretty excited about that collection. Events that we've had recently, we had a winter stargazing event that we hosted with the MSUM Planetarium at the libraries. Got to learn about winter stars. We attended the West Fargo tree lighting at the POW MIA Plaza. That's that top picture there. So we were outside before there was too much snow on the ground. And saw the tree lighting, did some craft projects. We hosted a teen DIY gift sort of craft night there. That's that second picture on the bottom there. The kids were making picture frames there, lots of glitter, a little bit of messy, but lots of fun. Our early literacy and baby boost story times continued. We did take a little winter break at the end of the month, but we're back on now. And then our 1,000 Books and Ready to Read initiative has continued to grow. We have well over 120 registered participants at this point, so it continues to grow, and we're excited to see that. We also hosted our Holidays of the World scavenger hunt throughout the library in the end of November through December. So we had a few different holidays that happened throughout that month, kind of highlighted in different parts of the library. A couple of the displays are shown there. There was a packet to go through some activities they could do to kind of learn about the various holidays and have fun with the whole family. We also showed the movie Scrooge. Our tech tutoring and genealogy one-on-one assistance continued and continues to grow. We hosted a beginner pine needle class. And then our book clubs, including the Books and Brews over at Thunder Coffee, continued throughout the month as well. Our Beanstack challenges that we were doing with some of the West Fargo schools came to a close. And they're very excited about expanding in the spring as well, so continue to motivate, especially those like middle school kids to read throughout the year as well. So we had over 1,200 kids participate in that, which was wonderful to see. And then some upcoming programming. In January, and through February, we're doing a winter reading challenges for youth and adults. So again, it's just another challenge to kind of motivate through the cold winter months here. In February, we have an abstract art exhibit with Chad Cartenson from the Spirit Room. We have a winter medicine event with Christy Goulet. And we're gonna do a winter STEM kind of outdoor family pop-up event as part of Frostival. That should be the end of February, I believe. And I think that's all we had.
Sounds good. Sounds like you've been very busy.
Yes.
Okay, will we be discussing any of the statistics that were included in our agenda?
We historically just get those in our packet and
Okay, sounds
we
good.
don't have to put anybody on the
It's
spot.
okay. Yeah, I just didn't want to overlook anything. No worries, okay. Was there any other business that we wanted to discuss tonight?
Mandy, can you give an update on the hiring of a new director?
Yep, absolutely. So we just closed the window to turn in your application. We've gotten several applications, and there's a lot of good choices there. So we're going to be hopefully meeting this upcoming week to narrow that down to our top, maybe 3 people to interview. So then we'll go through that, and then we also would like to have those top people go in and talk with the staff and, give other people an option or the opportunity to give their input. And yeah, I'm excited about the new director and the people that applied. So yeah.
That's great.
And who will be on the interviewing committee for that?
So I believe right now it's Leanne, myself, James in IT, who has done some work with the library, and Jenna. And then I think one of the library staff members was maybe going to be on it as well. So those are the ones that I know about that are going to be on the hiring committee at this point.
Do we need a motion to approve a hiring committee if you're hiring on behalf of the board? Or do you present it to the board and we approve it? John, maybe
You know what? Yeah, that's a good
help
question.
out
I don't
with
know.
that?
Yeah.
Did you hear the question?
Not entirely.
My question is, it sounds like there's kind of an interview committee set up, but the board hasn't taken any action. Do we need to approve an interview committee, or does this committee just bring a
Person
final-
forward?
yeah,
or-
person forward and we approve it, or how does that work?
Typically, your interview committee would bring someone forward, and then the board would
Okay,
interview.
so we
and
don't need to
approve.
take action today?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Okay.
That was, I just want to
That's a
make
good
sure
question.
we're
Yeah.
following the right order.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
it's just
question.
different than the last time when we went through this process.
Last time the entire board was
The
interviewed.
interview
which is-
committee.
I support whatever. I just want to make sure we're following the rules.
Okay.
Oh, wait, we have,
At the last library board meeting, we talked about the presentation of the library lease at the Doane building, and we had talked about that going, you were potentially going to bring that to the city commission. Is that already taken care of? I just want to make sure that we're good to go.
Yeah, it's, thank you for reminding me of that. That is actually should be on the commission agenda for Monday. I
Okay.
believe we're meeting on Monday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can never remember because of the holiday if we meet or not. But yeah, it should be on, it's been publicly noticed for the public hearing. Don't expect anybody to show up, but I'll present it. I don't expect any issues with it. Haven't heard anything about it. It's just a technical approval process, so.
Amazing. Thank you.
Just a quick question, this will be probably for John again. I think I might have asked this before, but just with that lease, I think, like, if for some reason we were to change what we were doing with the library, new building or new whatever, was that, we could get out of the lease prior to?
Yeah, we just have to give, I believe, 6 months' notice. I'd have to go
Okay.
back and look at the lease, but it was sufficient time. I mean,
Okay.
if you were gonna go move forward with a brand-new building, you would have more than enough time to give notice to terminate the lease, because in today's market, even if you bid something out today, I'm sure it wouldn't be completed till 2023.
Perfect.
It's essentially a year-by-year lease, right?
Essentially, yes.
Did everybody receive the doodle poll as far as getting a meeting together? Yep, with
Yep.
library and commission in the future, okay, good.
That's what I was gonna ask about, is that set up yet? I haven't seen it.
No, they haven't set a date yet, so.
Any other business?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, our meeting is adjourned. Oh,
to
sorry,
vote on it.
we have to vote. Sorry. Would
There's a
anybody?
first and a
Yes,
second.
there's a first and a second to adjourn the meeting. Everyone who would like to vote to support that, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, okay. Anybody opposed? Okay, meeting's adjourned. Thank you.